This is an example of an external application communicating with an external MySQL database. In addition, the application uses the FirstClass API to determine who the current user is and allows that user to manage his own record in the database. Here is the sample MySQL database called Employees, and notice that there is currently a user named Joe Schmo in the employee table. The department column is linked to the department table as a relational database. I'm going to delete the Joe Schmo record so that you can see how the application works. I'm logged in as Joe Schmo on this server, and there's an application called EmployeeDB. Opening the application presents me with a button and a selection list to choose a department. Making a change in the department selection filters the database and displays the department in a list. Clicking on the View button will display the entire employee record. Clicking on the My Info button first populates the first and last name fields based on the name of the current logged-in user. It then uses the FirstClass client ID to check the database to see if it exists and populates the remaining fields. Since we deleted the record for Joe, we see that these fields are empty. I can now update my information here by adding my address, email, and choosing my department. Clicking on the Update button will, in this case, insert a record into the database and refreshes the list. The View button will retrieve and display it again. Clicking on My Info once more will allow me to update the record. Going back to the MySQL database now and refreshing the table confirms that the record is in the database and has been updated. The only call to the API in this example is to retrieve the current logged-in user's information. The remaining information is retrieved from the MySQL database using JavaScript and PHP. This is just one more example of what can be accomplished with FirstClass 12 and external application development and the API.